Hey everyone, this is Ari, and welcome to another episode of Rail News and Solution. Today will be episode 7 of the series. Today, we have not that much news to cover, but we're about to get to some news and see what's going on. Now, I all forgot about the light rail yesterday. The last Rail News and Solution, I all forgot about the link. They were finally able to fix all those issues and solutions they had on their line. They fixed, by the way, that General Soul Type 3 on Blanford is finally fixed, by the way. So that's good news. And I think they fixed the 7th Street Railroad crossing with a new General Type 3. And I think they fixed some of the other ones, too. Yeah. That dead General Type 3 on Blanford is finally gone. And it got replaced with a new one, which is really good. And they also finally fixed another railroad crossing, too, which is really good. This was another railroad crossing they fixed on the other area, like the other one, which they also fixed these crooked lights on Oak Pine Road. They finally got fixed, by the way, and they fixed a lot on the Linkswood line. So it's all good and all repaired. So no more dead bells on the Linkswood line for right now, until more maintenance comes eventually. It's eventually going to be when the platforms are ready. But we'll have more on that in another video. But we'll have more on that soon, okay? Oh, and also, I just got news. So North Star in Minneapolis, Minnesota might get cut, might start suspending service. They might permanently suspend. They might get rid of. They plan to end off North Star, which is not going to be good. North Star has been a great commuter rail. And I didn't feature it in my rail solution, sadly, because it was about to be cut off. But what I should do about that is improve North Star and improve it, improve the river crossing and when it's ended, the equipment will probably go to the next red line, is my guess, or another commuter rail agency. It can go to another agency, which is my guess. Also, another news coming up. More news coming up now. Let's talk. So, we just got news that we just found out more of the other news. Not that much is happening other than that merger with Union Pacific and Norfolk Southern. Other than that, and not that much has happened. I'm not talking about other news today because that's not part of Railroad Solution, which I'm not going to talk about. And let's talk about. So we're going to talk about U.S. electrification. I've been talking about electrification before. What we should do about lines electrifying. Well, I'm giving some problems, and one of the problems is diesel locomotives spread a lot of greenhouse gas emissions, and the trains will need to run a couple miles per hour. It's going to create a lot of greenhouse gas emissions, and they create a lot of stuff going around. What other things we know is that the electrification, you need to have a lot of catenary wires. Electrifying freight will have to get rid of all of these locomotives, would have to be either donated to the museum or scrapped, whatever they were going to have to be doing. Replace them with battery electrical. Let's talk about there was the FLX drive. The FLX drive looks a lot similar to a GEVO, to a GE Evolution series of locomotives. And what they do is they help they'll help with battery pairings, they'll help. And they'll run on catenary wires, but we have to figure out. They'll be sold the many freight railroads. But diesel trains are going to remain for at least a couple years, but primarily, having diesel trains is going to be a big problem because they keep creating pollution. And they're also going to think about eliminating grade crossings. Eliminating grade crossings will be a lot because you need a couple grade crossings for safety. Grade separation is very expensive. And it's a lot of building you have to do. And it's a lot of money, which you're going to need to fix that, which it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. So what you're going to need to do is improve that. That's what you're going to need to do about electrification, which electrifying U.S. rail is going to be a lot. electric and passenger rail. Amtrak could get battery electric powered charger locomotives, which would be so nice. Battery electric chargers, which would be so nice. Battery electric style Siemens LC42s, which would be so nice for Amtrak. Amtrak already got new equipment, so they are good. And the freight railroads will have, the freight railroads mostly have are Norfolk Southern, CSX, Union Pacific, BNSF, CPKC, also known as Canadian Pacific Kansas City, and Canadian National. Those are all the class of freight railroads. CPKC it's got hydrogen locomotives. Hydrogen fuel cell locomotives will actually work instead of batteries, because batteries you have to recharge, which is going to be another solution you should give is electrify the area. More bridges and more county roads should be added. Keep a couple grade, and cabs still have some grade crossings as well. Don't eliminate some, because that's what you should not do. Eliminating them will help reduce crashes, but improving them would be better. Like improve the gates. By making the gate arms longer, there will be eventually a barrier on the gates, which would be better. And you'll still keep your same electronic bells, like general signals, Western column haze, and SafePran, and all other electronic bells. You'll still keep all those electronic bells at crossings, which you'll still have to keep them because as a great warning. And when Union Pacific, and I'm going to figure out a solution for BNSF, for Union Pacific when they take over Norfolk Southern. Now, Norfolk Southern has a range route tailgate lower. That's going to be removed, actually, because that's going to be changed to range route co-activation, because for Union Pacific, because Union Pacific is going to take over Norfolk Southern's tracks. And what they'll do and the red line might get impacted, but we'll figure that out, because the red line will probably need to be improved a little bit. But we're going to figure out the U.S. Rail. Now, other stuff you'll need to know when Union Pacific takes over is the freight railroads must have a deal. Norfolk Southern will have to remove all of their Norfolk Southern's oldest railroad crossing equipment will be replaced with new modern with Union Pacific railroad crossing equipment. And replace the old signals that are outdated will be replaced as well. And all other stuff will be replaced alongside it, which will be so nice. Otherwise, it looks good to me, but we'll just need to improve more of the electric rail. And more of that will happen. Both passenger, intercity, and freight will be electrified pretty soon. And more of that will come. What solutions I'll give is replace all the oldest equipment, replace old track ties, electrify the rails, moored, and fix it. So that's what I would do, is do that. And that new All-War Act is actually going to help improve the railroad crossings, which would be so nice. Now, keeping grade crossings is okay, but commuter railroads will need to get new battery power trains. And I figured out Piedmont might get, we finally found the solution I found on one of the Insta pages that Piedmont might get Siemens charger locomotives, which will be NC42s, which will be so nice. And it will be in a new paint scheme, and New Zealand Venture cars and cab cars those will replace it will replace the outdated paint scheme used on the Piedmont. The oldest will replace EMD F59 PHIs and EMD F59 PH locomotives from the 1990s, and the cars that they've had in the 50s and 60s will be replaced as well. So that's all I know for Piedmont. And otherwise, other commuter rails look good. Amtrak might get new long-distance cars from Siemens, which would be so nice to replace both superliners, viewliners, and Amfleet 2 passenger cars. And they'll have better storage. And they're also going to have TVs in the cars, which would be so nice if you have a TV inside the long-distance cars. Let's talk about what would look like in the long-distance car. I'm going to talk about it. That would be more like train talk, but we're not doing train talk today. Train talk will actually be postponed because I'm dealing with a terrible family crisis. I wanted to tell you guys, I've been dealing with a family crisis with my grandfather, so he's not doing good. So I just wanted to tell you all YouTubers that I might suspend videos for a little while. But this video will be a good thing for you guys, so that's what you know. Another thing about what I'll do about Railroad News Solution is we'll improve the other areas that need to be replaced. Another problem is we're going to need to figure out what to do with Amtrak's oldest equipment. What will happen to the Superliners and Amfleet 2s and Viewliner 1. Well, I think they're going to probably go to a museum because it will be either used on a tourist railroad or be sent off to another railroad, which would be so nice, actually, to put them to another railroad. It would be so nice to deal with that. See, that was a really good thing. And lots of things have happened over the week, but we're going to figure that out. And we find out about that person who stabbed the person on the light rail. That person was Ukrainian, so why she got stabbed on the light rail was not, I'm not sure why that person stabbed it with. He's charged and he's going to be in jail, so that's what. But they have a memorial service along the light rail service, and we want to say we're really sorry about that person. She sadly got killed, so just wanted to say special. And special thanks to all my YouTubers who have subscribed for me for at least a couple years. Thank you all so much for subscribing to this YouTube channel. You've all done an amazing job. Once I get to 1 million subscribers, I will be ready to do more videos soon. As soon as my videos will be temporarily suspended for right now, but we'll get more videos soon, okay? Promise. More episodes of Train Talk, more like light rail videos, more freight train videos, and definitely more Amtrak videos as well, and St. Gold Line as well. And definitely I'll do more Rail News Solution videos as well, so I'll have more episodes of those soon. The next one, we're going to talk about the light rail lines. They were supposed to be light rail lines, but that's going to be postponed because I'm postponing that to another video, so I decided to do something else instead. Anyway, so that's it for right now. Thanks for watching this episode of Rail News Solution. I hope you all enjoyed it. We're a look at talking about U.S. Rail and what we'll do about it. And if you have any thoughts, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Until next time, I'm Ian Hari. I'll stay on the line and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.